Welcome to another episode of the Nagging Debate podcast talk show, where we discuss all the fun and crazy topics that you love. Today we're doing a deep dive into, well, the world of film remakes. It's quite fascinating, actually.
It really is.
We've gathered insights from academic texts, also from fan discussions online, trying to unpack why Hollywood keeps doing this.
Yeah, and how we, audiences and critics actually feel about these new versions.
Exactly. So our mission today is to sort of pull out the key ideas from all that.
Right, and I think the first thing to tackle is that common assumption, isn't it? That remakes are just, well, lazy, creative bankruptcy.
The old lack of creativity argument.
Mm-hmm.
But the sources we looked at really push back on that. They point to a powerful industrial logic.
Absolutely. It's about business, fundamentally.
Yeah.
Remakes are seen as pre-sold products.
Pre-sold? How so?
Well, you, the audience, already have a narrative image of the original story. You know what it is broadly.
Ah, okay, like a mental shortcut.
Yeah.
So producers see that as a financial guarantee.
Pretty much. It taps into existing familiarity, which, lowers the risk.
Mm-hmm.
Especially now, with so much media competing for your attention, that comfort factor is huge.
Right. And we see that play out, don't we? The sources mentioned examples like King Kong.
Oh, definitely. Both the 76 and the 2005 versions. They weren't just films, they were huge events. Massive marketing, merchandise, all leveraging that existing name.
And it also explains those cross-cultural remakes, perhaps, like Vanilla Sky or The Ring.
Exactly. Taking a successful film from, say, Spain or Japan and adapting it. Often, the sources say they strip out some of the local details.
To make it more, palatable?
More universal, yeah. Easier to market to big English language audiences, less culturally specific.
Okay, so the commercial drive is really strong. But what about the idea that this is, a recent problem, that Hollywood's only just run out of ideas?
Well, that's another perception our sources challenge. It feels like there's a great downpour of remakes now, right?
Yeah, definitely feels that way.
But the historical data suggests that actually recycled scripts might have been even more common before the 1970s.
Really? So it's more about how we perceive it today?
Quite possibly. Which error leads to another interesting question. If it's not just about money, what else is going on?
You mean like artistic reasons?
Precisely. Our sources highlight that remaking can be a proper authorial choice. Think of Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh, the man who knew too much. He remade his own film.
Exactly. And Werner Herzog's Nosferatu. It's clearly paying homage, but it's also exploring, quite different themes. It's reinterpretation, not just copying.
That really makes you question what originality even means in film, doesn't it?
It does. The sources brought up Titanic, the 1997 one, as a brilliant example.
How so? Is that considered a remake?
Well, parts of it feel like a direct remake of the older film, A Night to Remember, capturing the historical events.
Okay, I can see that.
But then you've got the Jack and Rose story, and that makes it feel like a disguised remake of, countless classic romance films. It draws on those familiar ideas.
Ah, I see. So the original source material itself is rarely simple or singular.
Exactly. Originals aren't always pure. And another point often missed is the relationship between the remake and the original.
What kind of relationship?
A thematic one, the texts call it. Quite often, the new film actually boosts interest in the old one.
Oh, right. Like people watch the remake and then seek out the original.
Yes, we saw that with Cape Fear, the 62 and 91 versions. Or the Italian Job, the 2003 version, definitely got more people watching the 69 classic.
That makes sense. The new version brings the old one back into the conversation.
It invigorates it, yeah.
Yeah.
Which sort of links to another big trend, remaking old TV shows as films.
Oh, yeah. That's been huge. The Addams Family, Mission Impossible, Charlie's Angels. The list goes on. What's the thinking there?
Our sources point to sort of two main strategies, commercially speaking.
Okay.
First, you've got the family viewing type. Things like the Flintstones or Scooby-Doo, often based on cartoons or sitcoms.
Right. Appealing to kids, but also the nostalgia of adults who watched them growing up.
Exactly. Then there's the more adult viewing category. Big budget, often action or drama series, remade as high-concept films.
Like The Fugitive. Or maybe Starsky and Hutch.
Precisely those kind of examples.
Yeah.
Pitched more towards a younger adult audience, updating the premise with, modern blockbuster scale.
So, considering all this, what about how audiences actually feel about remakes? We often hear complaints, but sometimes they're really well received, aren't they?
Definitely. And looking at fan discussions like on Reddit or Games Radar, you see certain remakes frequently mentioned as being better than the original.
Oh, yeah. Which ones typically come up?
Well, John Carpenter's The Thing from '82 is almost always mentioned as superior to the '51 film.
A horror classic, for sure.
And Michael Mann's Heat. Many see that as a huge improvement on his earlier TV movie, L.A. Takedown.
Right, expanding on the same core story.
David Cronenberg's The Fly from '86 is another favorite. And, maybe controversially for some, the U.S. version of The Office often gets cited as surpassing the UK original, at least in longevity and character development for many viewers.
Controversial indeed, but it shows it happens. It's obviously very subjective then.
Hugely subjective,
Yeah.
sparks massive debates online. But the point is, a remake isn't automatically worse. It can offer something fresh or enhance the original ideas.
So really what we've uncovered is that remakes are, well, they're complicated. It's not just one thing.
Not at all. It's this complex mix of industrial strategy, artistic interpretation, audience nostalgia, market demands.
A whole web of factors, much more than just running out of ideas. They reflect the industry, but also how we relate to stories over time. Often reinventions, not just repeats.
Precisely. And you could even take it a step further, perhaps. Isn't every act of watching a film a kind of remaking in your own mind?
How do you mean?
Well, you filter it through your own experiences, your knowledge of other stories. You interpret it, piece it together. It's never just a passive reception. It's an active process.
That's a really interesting final thought. The constant reinterpretation both by Hollywood and by us, the audience.
Exactly. The story is always being remade.
Well, we hope you enjoyed another one of our episodes, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.